And the time now, 6:34. We all know how popular exercise yoga has become all across the world. And here in northern Michigan, some are putting a unique twist on their workout involving the water. And that is exactly where we find 7 and 4's Melissa Smith out on West Grand Traverse Bay this morning, trying out paddleboard yoga. We'll toss things over to our photojournalist Bob Rhodes, who is watching safely from shore.
Okay, hey, good morning, Brody. We're out here with Sarah Louisenaw. We've got Melissa out on a paddleboard right now. As you can see, she's just starting her yoga moves. Sarah, maybe you could give us a little blow-by-blow as to what Melissa's doing right now.
Sure. Melissa's starting to warm up her spine with some cat and cow movements. It's really important. Spinal health is kind of the base of what we try to accomplish in yoga, and lots of warming movements of the spine is important, especially out here in a cool morning paddleboard yoga. So they're doing some movements to flex the spine down, and then now they're extending their legs behind, starting to work into their core and hip flexors. A little bit of our alternate leg movement also starts to wake up the brain. So we work bilaterally, left and right. So they're working with the front body and the back body, reaching through the arms, starting to strengthen the shoulder girdle.
So how long do they have to do warm-ups before what's really the difference between the warm-ups and actually doing the yoga moves?
Well, this is considered yoga as well. It's smart to warm up before you do anything strenuous, whether you're doing yoga on a yoga mat, a paddleboard, or running. So we do smaller movements to get into the body to warm up, and also just to kind of keen in our body awareness. So finding our supportive muscle groups here on the paddleboard is kind of hard sometimes. So small movements, starting with small movements first is a good idea.
Yeah, we don't have them in real deep water right now, so I know it's probably a little difficult for them to do what you would normally do out today, but Melissa seems to be doing a pretty good job for a beginner. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, I would agree. She hasn't fallen in yet, and it's pretty common that unless you're trying, people don't fall in unless they're doing some pretty wild yoga moves typically. So now they're coming into downward facing dog, which is a really amazing spine stretch, hamstring stretch, and shoulder stretch. And it's fairly challenging on a paddleboard. You're inverted, and so all of your one-way valve systems are getting kind of reset. And now they're moving into plank. And this is a really strong core opener. And then upward facing dog. And now they're moving back into child's pose to stretch out their spines and hips.
Well, Sarah, thank you very much for coming out here today. Melissa, are you having a good time?
I am having a great time. I might not come back to work.
Okay, she says she might not come back to work. She's having a good time. So we're going to toss it back to you, Brody. Thanks for joining us out here.